Hey, what's up? It's Renee Misha. This is probably one of the most important tapes I have done on narcissistic personality disorder when it comes to relationships, which is why do you keep attracting the narcissist? If you have been in a relationship with one, there is a great chance that the next person you meet or the person after that are all narcissists. And it starts to sound a little weird, maybe, or you start to question yourself, like, why do I keep attracting all these men or all these women? Why are they all like this? Well, I am here to answer that question. But first, if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for liking and sharing the videos and leaving comments. And I look forward to talking to you more. And if you are a new subscriber or a new watcher, please like and share out this video with someone who it's helpful for, or leave a comment below if you've experienced any of these things. You keep attracting the narcissist because it is a frequency. Everything around us is energy. Everything around us is energy. So when you are tuned into one, other ones who are within that same frequency resonance can also be attracted to you. That's why it's so important that when you leave one, that you leave them all of the way. Because if you leave that door open just a little bit, what tends to happen is another one will come in just like them. Now, here's what's interesting about the narcissist, though. They do typically keep getting better. So if one was extremely good looking and a movie star, the next one will be an even bigger movie star or a totally different type of person, but even better. They keep getting more and more extravagant. That's because narcissists and narcissistic psychopaths, they're distractions. They're there to divert your life. They're there to get you caught up in bad situations or in bad circumstances to where you end up not doing the things that you know you should be doing, essentially, not getting into a higher frequency. So if you're dealing with a lot of people that are in that frequency, that lower frequency of narcissism, of psychopathy, etc., it's because you probably have not gone all the way from that frequency. Hence, meaning you're still accessible to them, which is why it's important that when you cut one off, you have to cut them all off. If there's a small part of yourself that is still somewhat tied to one, typically another one can come in on that frequency. So you have to be very careful, because I am adamant about, I kind of do think it is like a demonic presence, but we'll not talk about that right now at the moment. But yeah, unfortunately, if you attract one, it's easy to attract another one, especially if you have not fully gotten over one. If you're like 95% there, it's like the new one can come in on that 5%. And that new one that comes in on that 5% will be everything that the other person wasn't. So if the other one didn't have enough time for you, this one has an overabundance of time for you. They keep getting better is what I'm trying to say. They keep getting better. Then what ends up happening is if you're hurt by one, you might end up answering a Hoover from another one. And you're like, well, it's been a year, it's been 2 years, it's been 3 years, let me see what happens. Don't go back. Do not go back to them. So to answer your question, that is the reason why. So how do you stop attracting narcissists? You have to cut all of them off, block all of them. It is tempting, especially if they are the more patient narcissist who maybe only call you a couple of times a year or something like that, or send you a message here and there. It is more tempting to say, well, I'll just leave this one. Or, oh, well, that one's not that bad. Maybe we'll work together on this project in the future. Maybe, we could be civil. We can be friends. Cut them all off. You have to cut them all off. After that, choose to not accept a person back in who is a narcissist again or who is a narcissistic psychopath. Know it is better to be alone. It's better to be by yourself than to deal with someone who's like that. And also always look at their behavior, how they're treating you, how they are towards you, as opposed to hoping to see, the thing that's tempting about the narcissist is it's easy to want to see the best in them. It's easy to want to hope that they're going to change, they're going to get better, they're going to improve. But narcissists do not change. Narcissists and psychopaths, they don't change. So when you date someone new, go strictly by how they are with you and how they make you feel. If something feels like if you can't trust them, if you can't really connect to them, because if you know something's off, then get rid of them. But yeah, in general, that's pretty much what it is. You have to move away from that frequency. And the way that you move away from that frequency is by deciding you will no longer accept a narcissistic psychopath or a narcissist back into your life, that you're only going to accept people in your life that are healthy for you, that are positive, that are supportive of you. Those are the only people that you're going to allow back in, and that you won't accept if they are, like, I know people say give people second chances and third chances, but if they do something major, like step out on you or or lie to you in a way that is drastic. If they do something like cheat on you or step out on you, maybe you might give them one more chance, but typically if you found out about it, they're going to be even sneakier the next time, or they're going to be more dramatic about it the next time. So you can maybe give them a second chance, but if you do, make it very, very clear that if you cheat again, that's it. There are no more chances. If they know that and you stick to it and they know you're going to stick to it, then maybe you can give them a second chance. But in the case of a third time, a fourth time, or, oh, but they were going through this, and, oh, but, they were having substance abuse issues, or, oh, I don't want to give up on them. That's where it becomes an unhealthy thing. Essentially, it'll just keep going on like that, and it'll get worse and worse and worse. All right. So I hope you have a great rest of the day. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.